Hi everyone, how are you? Welcome back to Friday night tarot night. I don't know what I just did. Forgive me. I'm really super excited. Hey Ardessa, you're back! Yay! How was your week? I hope you had a great week. Oh my goodness, we already have 4 people here. As per usual, if you want a reading, let us know in the chat. Ember is here. She is our moderator of chat. She helps me out and helps me keep on track. So let her know. Was rough and windy and cold. Yeah, it wasn't rough per se. It's been windy and cold. It's been rough. I don't know. I don't think I had it. I can't say I had a rough week. I had just one of those weeks. One of those weeks where you're like, yay, it's Friday and you're glad it's over, right? Hey Sid, how are you? Lydia. Aw, I'm so sorry you had a rough week. The good news is it is tonight, like today was the end of your work week. Hopefully, if that's the case, hopefully you'll wake up refreshed and it's an old chapter. Hopefully. I got to hang out with Cindy last night, guys. I felt like a cool kid, okay? Like, I got to watch her paint, and it made me feel like a cool kid. Hey, Gail! Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a rough week then. If you're a caregiver, absolutely. That's a hard job. People don't realize how hard of a job it is. And it takes a selfless person to be able to do it. So. Oh, yeah, I know, Cindy. Like, I was like, last night was one of those weird nights where I normally, like, okay, guys, full disclosure, I'm an old lady, and I typically go to bed anywhere between 7:30 and 8 o'clock at night. I am not kidding you. This is actually past my bedtime. We do this. It's past my bedtime. But there are times where I can actually stay awake, and last night was one of them, and I'm in my room finishing up. Oh, Cindy, I finished the box. You remember you helped me with it as far as what I needed to do. And oh my goodness, I finished her. What do you think? Was this a lot better than what it was yesterday? That's for dang sure. And then I put this in there. It's a rune box, and I put the I took like little tiny clothespins that I had, and I put the little rune meanings in the box like that. So yeah, that's what I was up doing last night. I was up finishing the box, and then I had finished that one earlier in the day. So, so Cindy, you think that one it came out okay? It came out okay. She got to see it when it was not too great. Yeah, Gail, you got to see it last night too, because I was talking to you last night. When Gail got to talk to me as I was trying to do the highlights and stuff like that. So thank you, Sin. That's something I struggle with. Honestly, we talk about shadow work. We talk about being honest with ourselves over here and being authentic. And I struggle with thinking of myself as an artist. Like I do, but I don't. Like I see other artists work and I'm like, that I'm definitely not at that level. There is no way. And then I look at my artwork and I'm like, that's crap. That's crap. I wouldn't buy that. That's crap. Like, so I really struggle with that. So I appreciate it. It's just one of those things I just gotta get through. Well, thank you, Ardessa, and thank you, Sandy, and thank you, everyone. Like, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. There's certain things that I know I'm good at. Like, I know I'm good with people. I know I'm good with the cards. I might not be good with remembering the card meaning. But I can dang sure pull them. Oh, Cindy, it is. It is an artist curse. Yes. I heard I think it was Christine Salvatore that said it. I don't know. I know it was somebody on our friends list. Um, she said that it is, how'd she put it? Like, we see artwork as we get better in our own skills. We look at other art and we're like, dang, that's really good. I wish I could paint like that. But we're not recognizing that we learned the basics, that we're not recognizing that as we get better, our taste in art gets better. So, of course, we're going to constantly see art that's better than ours because our taste in art has become better. And we're never going to feel fulfilled. I was like, that's really, really smart, actually. Like, so, all right, let's get to reading. Let's get to reading. That's why we're here. All right. And yes, you actually are seeing me wear a t-shirt for once because I didn't care what I looked like today. I was like, whatever. I'm here. I bet, Cindy. I bet. You know, you show me your dad's artwork, and man, that was sort of like growing up with my mom. My mom is a very talented artist. She can paint almost anything. I mean, she painted this person out of makeup. Like, she took her makeup and she just painted a person using the makeup that she had. Ha! Like, so it was intimidating growing up with an artist that just was so much more than what you think you could do, you know? So yeah. Yeah. Oh, you have to share those with us. Those are, I'm sure you did a wonderful job, Ardessa. Every time I hear the word poppies, I think of two things. I think of Wizard of Oz, poppies, poppies. And then I also think of my brother, because that was my brother's nickname, was Poppies, because he was so cute. He was just almost addictive. And that's how my family put it. He was just a cute little baby. So, poppies. Like taking a path uphill. It is. It is, Cindy. It really is. Zarabeth, hello. How are you? All right, we're gonna get to Ardessa. I've been going through this. Um, I had two thoughts on our readings tonight. One is that we can do just, the expectation readings. The other is that we could do goal readings. Like, are we on the right path as far as where we are for prosperity and happiness? Is that anything that you guys might be interested? We can pull a card to see where should we be in order to have prosperity and happiness. It was, Zarabeth. It was very nice meeting you last night. I think we dominated the conversation. I kind of felt guilty after I got off the phone. I was like, oh, I did it again. I talked too much. Okay. Ardessa, we're going to do, I think, for whatever reason, I feel like I need to tell you what's coming down the line. All right. Okay. So let's see, Ardessa. All right. Ardessa, you have the Eight of Cups in shadow. And there are serpents around the cups. You use the word serpents for a reason. And I can't tell what that reason is just yet. There's sometimes where, I don't know. Just let me see what this is. Let's see. Shadow meaning of this. Evolution is essential. Are you running away from a situation or avoiding responsibility for your actions? Use care. Examine all aspects of your current situation before abandoning ship, lest they will return to haunt you. You'll revisit the same energy, cycles, and patterns, wearing a different mask. So what I'm getting from this card, Ardessa, is that as far as what's coming down the path for you, what is the overarching message of where you're heading? And what I keep hearing, revisiting patterns. You're relying on comfort zones. The different mask word, that phrase right there kind of stuck with me too, because it feels like you're constantly not living authentically. There's a strive to want to live authentically, but there is this, I've constantly kind of got a mask inner, not inner wants, but inner just emotions. They're a constant like delay of showing those emotions. But the whole thing is the revisiting of patterns because of this, because of the what you do. You end up almost like repeating an event. That's what it feels like. Like you're repeating an event, and each time you encounter this obstacle, right? It might be different people, it might be different like settings, but it's essentially the same thing. And you keep doing this thing the same way, expecting a different outcome, and that's not going to work. So the card is telling you, let's reevaluate that comfort zone, step out of the comfort zone and try it a different way. Try to do this differently. And it is recognizing that you do this comfort zone thing because of this mask, that this hiding of one's own thing. That's why you repeat this cycle. Interesting. Oh, okay. Okay. So that is something. Basically, the card is just saying, yes, you have this choice, and the choices you've made in the past have produced this particular outcome. If you make the same type choice again, you're going to get the same outcome. Whether that's good or bad to you, whether the outcomes that you've gotten in the past, whether that's what you want, then it's telling you do it again. But if the outcome in the past was not good, and for some reason I feel like it's just not, those weren't good outcomes, it's telling you don't make that same choice. You've got to make a different choice. So, oh, I'm sorry that you've got a heavy load. Like here's what I feel from you, Ardessa. I feel someone who internally strives to be positive and happy, but life around you is just constant noise. That's how it feels. Like it's not completely, utterly painful and complete crap, but it's annoying. And it's a constant annoyance because things are constantly going wrong and you're the one that has to fix it. And you want to be positive. You want to be happy. You want to be stress-free. It's kind of where I feel. I don't know. So, okay. So who was next? Cindy for next week. Okay. Ardessa, there's a lot that ride on your changing patterns. That's what it comes down to. Changing patterns. Cindy. Cindy, you got justice. Very interesting. Very interesting. The imagery is very interesting on this. I'll show you in just a moment. 1 to 10, 11. You know, justice is blind, but they're bound. The meaning of this card: work and effort, karma. The witch's rule of 3. The energy you put out returns to you 3 times over. Taking responsibility, doing the right thing even if it is tough. Scary choice. Showing up when you would rather avoid a situation, doing right by yourself, facing the truth, owning up. I'm getting caught. Ugh, can't even talk right yet. I'm getting caught on karma and return to you in 3. But I'm also getting caught with doing right by yourself. So I've been saying there's things coming down the pike, like there's this positive wave that's hitting you, and you're starting to get into that groove and starting to feel it, and you're like, all right, I think I can hear this. I think I can hear it. And it's trickling in. And this one makes me feel like you're about to feel it. You're like, this week coming, there are things that you're going to be able to reap. Okay, like you've got this good action that you've done is going to come back to you in a positive light. However, the card is also wanting you to do right by yourself. So I feel like there is going to be a situation where this is how I feel like this week is going to go down. I think, and I'm not 100%, but I think someone is going to commission you for artwork. Okay. I think somebody's going to commission you for artwork, but they're going to want to talk you down in price. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. You're worth what you're worth. Okay. So don't let them talk you down in price, but somebody is going to try to talk you down. So you've got to do right by yourself and stick by what your worth is. All right. But you're still like, that's still there. You're not going to scare them off. They're just trying to get by with a little bit cheaper. They'll pay what you're worth. But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen this week. Be interested to find out if it does. Yeah, keep hustling. That's it. You got this. Just know your worth. Know your worth. Defend yourself as far as worth goes. All right. We've got who else is in here now? What? Aaron! What's up, Aaron? Oh my goodness. And then we have, who else is in here? I'm trying to read. I'm like, what's going on? Becca. What's up, Becca? And we got a new one. Hi, Ruby. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the live feed. It gets a little crazy. I'm a mom to some, kind of, not biologically, but by love. Definitely by love. And Ember is our moderator of chat, so she helps me stay on task on who gets what reading next. So I am waiting to see who gets what reading next. We've got Q is Lydia for goal. Okay. And Gail is still trying to figure out what she wants, right? Does she want like next week? What's going on? Yeah, and you want to know, Ruby, can I please know about... okay, all right. I can absolutely. All right, let's get going. Q is Lydia for goal. Lydia, I think you want direction. I don't know. Hold on. You got the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. It's an interesting card. By the way, Chris isn't in here yet. This is weird. Where's Chris? Chris! All right. Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is the space between wish and culmination. It is the call and response of the universe. Prayers are sent. Forces are set in motion. It is impossible to see where intentions will land. It is too late to alter their course. You've done all you can for the moment. Sit with patience and wait for the situation to develop. You talked to somebody recently about doing something? Like business? Okay, so I'm getting that there was a lighthearted conversation that was had. A lighthearted conversation in regards to animals. And it was with a possibility to work with animals. Right now, what the card is telling you is that there is some things set in motion for you to be able to have that goal. There's nothing you can do to force this. And yes, it sucks having to wait, but there is something in motion right now. The universe hasn't like completely decided if it's yours. It's still waiting on another choice. But yeah, there's been a lighthearted conversation that you've had in regards to animals. Maybe that makes sense to you, Lydia? Maybe. What's going on? Okay, let's see. Oh, Becca, thank you. Thank you. I cut the neck out of my shirt because I don't like any collars at all. I'm horrible to all t-shirts. If you ever get me a t-shirt, just know the neck is going to be cut out as soon as I get home. Like, I can't handle t-shirt collars. All right. Gail, since Gail hasn't responded, I am going to give Gail a finance one. We're gonna go with the goal. All right. What is the goal? All right. And then Zarabeth wants a goal. Aaron wants a goal. Becca for... I gotta look to see what she said. NW. Next week. Oh, okay. I was like, y'all, I'm slow today. I'm sorry. You have no... Yeah, I know, Becca. I'm sorry. I'm just... Yay. Today I was... I needed to make some more eggshell powder. And so I didn't want to be patient and let the sun dry out the eggs. I should have been patient, but I put them in the oven. I'm suffering from brain fog this morning really bad. and I turned my oven on 425 instead of like 200. If you're drying something out, you want it on low and just let it go for a while. I turned it on 425 and burned eggshells actually, burned the eggshells, and my whole house smelled like somebody passed gas. Like it was rank. It was rank. It still smells. It's been hours. It's awful, guys. That's right. It's so bad. All right, Gail, we're going to do goal. And by the way, if you hear sounds coming from the other room, my husband and my daughter are watching Marvel movies in there. So Gail, you got the Six of Pentacles in shadow. This is interesting. The Six of Pentacles in shadow. The card is the Devil's Deal. Charitable works and acts, giving time, effort, and money are worthwhile pursuits. They can make a person feel incredible and even offer feeling akin to an endorphin rush. But you are using charitable acts to pump up your ego and feel superior to others. Examine your motivations. So there is, I don't know. Like this one does not feel good for me for you. Like there are parts of it that are sounding. Let me read the forward facing. I want to see what that one is. Acts of charity and donation, reciprocity. I can never say that word. It's like cinnamon. I have a hard time saying words sometimes, guys. You are given what you need, but at what price? Look before signing legal contracts and giving too much. That's what I think this is. Look before signing legal contracts and giving too much away. Kindness appears in a surprising place. We talked about this last night. That's what this is about. That's why you got this card. You know, we talked about that card last night. So I don't have to say anything else. Gail, you know what that is. All right. All right, Zarabeth, goal. And I enjoyed. Oh, they're watching, Cindy, they're watching Thor, I think. They were earlier. They were watching Thor earlier. They've been kind of on a. No, they're not watching Thor. I think they're watching Captain Planet now. Captain America. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know what's funny is like we like the Marvel movies. We're not Marvel comic people. I mean, my husband's a comic person altogether. But like my daughter and I'm more a DC fan. I'm more like Vertigo Dark Horse fan. Like I love Sandman. So for us to watch Marvel movies and not like the DC movies is kind of funny. All right. Zarabeth. We're going to get your goal. Oh, okay. All right. You've got another one that wanted to come out right with it. So we're gonna look at both of them. Both of them are in shadow. You've got the Nine of Swords in shadow, and you got the King of Pentacles in shadow. So let's look at the Nine of Swords in shadow. Examine the intensity and power of your mind on its darkest night. Most of what occurs in the world has nothing to do with you. Flip your worst case scenario inside out to discover the glittering jewels within. Negative thinking, self-blame, and shame feed the ego just as much as an overinflated sense of importance. They are two sides of the same coin or same brain. Stop playing the role of victim, savior, aggressor, etc., and begin the work of being your true self. How? Baby steps. Create a diary of dark thoughts and write down all the horrible thoughts you think about yourself and other people. Be brutally honest. Every week, choose one single dark thought and rewrite it from a positive point of view. Each time you catch yourself, think the negative version, replace it with the empowering one. This is interesting. So, Zarabeth, this card is telling me that you have a lot of self-doubt. You have a lot of negative thoughts about yourself. That you're in a place in your mind. You're in a place in your mind that you would rather you. How do I say this? It's weird. The way it's coming through is very weird. You're at a place. This hurts. Hold on, I'm trying to get my words together for this one. You haven't been living authentically for a very long time. You haven't been living the way that you see you as you. You've been living almost a lie. And this has been eating away at you. But every time you try to live authentically, it is like someone smacks your hand. Someone tells you those things are wrong. So because you've been told those things, you believe those things about yourself. So now when you start to feel like living authentically, you start telling yourself all the horrible things that you've either done as reactions or the things that you could do as reactions. You almost give excuses for why you don't deserve happy. Let's look at Nine of Swords real quick. Let's look at the Nine of Swords. Oh, sorry. King. I got all kinds of, because that one's a heavy card. We're gonna look at the King of Pentacles in shadow. That's a heavy card, though, Zarabeth. A person who uses his power to make others feel unworthy in his presence. I know what this card is. This is the narcissist card. You've had a narcissist in your life. A person bullied as a child who takes it out on others as an adult. A miserly and stingy attitude. Someone needs to learn how to give back and be grateful. Now, this card is in response to why do you not love yourself? Why do you have this negative thought? And this card is you have a narcissist in your life. And that narcissist reinforced everything that you say right now about yourself. So your goal is to fix that. Your goal is to heal that. It's not hard. It's not easy to do that. It's hard work. It's really hard work. It's something that I'm currently trying to do myself. It's going to be painful, but it's work that has to be done, because without it, you don't have your full power. You don't have the capability of doing and living authentically, because you're spending all your energy hiding up all these little tiny hurts. It's time to heal all those little tiny hurts. And that's what this is. It's telling you your goal. It's time to heal all those little tiny hurts. So that way you can get what you deserve. I hate that that's eerily accurate, because of the way it feels, Zarabeth. Oh, I hate that. you know? Unfortunately, not every card reading is going to be love, light, you know? Sometimes the universe is like, girl, we got to fix ourselves, all right? Right? Can't tell you how many times my cards have yelled at me, okay? Oh yeah. Which one? I feel this spiritually. I do. All right. Erin wants her goal. Erin, we know what the cards are going to say with your goal. All right. Do we really need to pull these cards? These cards are going to say, girl, it's time. Start the business. We've been saying it for 6 weeks. Zarabeth, you know what? I heard on, actually on TikTok, there was a creator that was talking about why do empaths attract narcissists, and it's because we don't attract them; they are attracted to us. They are attracted to people that will give, and so they kind of, we're not the beacon, we're not the magnet. They're just like, there's that person. So turn that around. You're not attracting them. They're just attracted to you. All right. I just like when the cards yell at me. All right, Erin, you're like a glutton for punishment over here, aren't you? All right. All right, Erin. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to say it yet. I'm just going to make sure that I'm right because this is funny. This is funny. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so you got the Page of Cups. Okay. Emotional tantrums, runaway imagination, hallucination, delusion of grandeur, wild ideas unchecked, inability to stay grounded in reality, solitary and silent, eating at oneself from the inside. Why? Because you're not making up your mind. So your goal for next week. Oh my goodness, this one right here. The inability to stay grounded. It's not saying that your dream isn't accessible. It's saying that you aren't making a plan. You aren't making a plan. You're staying by yourself and you're not asking questions. Solitary and silent. You have an idea. You have an idea of what you want to do, but you're not asking questions. You're not telling people about it. You're not making a plan. It just is like, every time it comes up in your head, you're like, kind of thing. Yes. You're trying. Hey, Taylor, how are you? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ardessa, I know. I typically have people around me that, and excuse the language, but a lot of people think that the people I have around me are assholes. And that's because people don't like when other people tell them the truth. So, of course, you label someone that way when they tell you the truth, unapologetically. I'd much rather surround myself with those type of people because I know where I stand. I don't have to pretend. I don't have to guess. I don't have to spend any energy trying to figure out where they are in their life. I know. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, Becca, next week. And then we got Ruby, and then Garrett, and then Ember, yes, and Taylor. Dun, dun, dun. Right. That's why you're with him for so long. Mm-hmm. All right. We are pulling for Becca next week. What does Becca need to look for? Oh, your cards are buzzing. You were pretty passive until I said that, and now you're a little nervous. Nine of Cups in shadow. Nine of Cups in shadow. It's the little cat with the bird in his mouth. Why do you want what you want? What lies at the heart of your desire? Has your dream been held for so long it is romanticized? Is it unattainable? Have you fostered an identity around the struggle for such a thing? What would it mean to strive for something completely new? Can you become still? This is why your cards were okay. I know where your cards are doing this. You're going to be presented with a new opportunity next week. But it's going to come across as something completely out of the blue. Like it's completely in left field. You don't know, like there's no way you could have even guessed that this is coming through. But it's going to make you choose, because the thing that you're going after right now is your whole being. It's sort of like, you know this because you know me, how I am about being a teacher. A teacher is who I am. That's it. That's who I am. Besides being a witch, that's me, right? Like I'm a teacher and I'm a witch. Done. Mom, wife, done. Haunter. Okay, I've got 5 things. Anyways. But we have these dreams and goals, and we kind of identify with our dreams and goals. Well, this opportunity that's coming is going to make you question, do you know who you are? Do you know you? And that's the lesson for next week. Do you know you? Do you know what you really want in life? This isn't an opportunity that's like, oh, if you take this opportunity, you're going to have the riches. No, it's just an opportunity that is coming around so that way it makes you question, do you know you? Do you know what makes Becca tick? That's your job for next week. You need to know what makes Becca tick. And I bet, because it's the way the universe works, you need to be able to figure that out. That's your goal for next week because of whatever's coming the following week. Mark my words. Mark my words. All right. Let's see who else is here. So Aaron, you're like, I mean, he doesn't lie, but he won't sugarcoat it. You're right. You're right. Jay will not lie, and Jay does not sugarcoat though. Like that's a lot of the reasons why people didn't like him in school, because that's how Jay was. You just take it or leave it. That's why a lot of teachers didn't like him. Take it or leave it. You know, I appreciated it. Did he get on my nerves sometimes? Yes, because when he'd have caffeine and sugar, no one should ever give that man caffeine and sugar. Period. Ever. Ever. Oh, Becca, there is so much. You know what? Here's the thing. I've noticed lately there's been a lot of push for inner soul searching and like which is called shadow work. And what I think is happening is that there is a shift in energy right now. And I think that we all are being pushed. Like the last 2 years was a big, like, painful growth. It was a mandatory, you got to do this. You know, you broke your bone, now I'm going to set the bone kind of thing, and now we're going to grow it and it's going to be better than it was before. So that's what I think it feels like. Like 2020 was, we had to break a bone, and then 2021 is setting a bone. So we're constantly trying to figure out how to fix the hurt. How do we fix the hurt? Because whatever's coming in 2022 will require us to be whole people. I think that's my whole like envision of what's to come. But who knows? All right. So Ember, we have who's next? Ruby. Ruby, you've been patiently waiting, and thank you very much for waiting. I appreciate you. And you see how chat gets. Chat, if Chris was here, there would be some kind of reference to like Asian TV dramas. Like that's just tentacles. Ah! All right, Ruby. I'm going to pull 2 cards for you, Ruby. The first one is going to be for the first question, and then the second is going to be for the second question. First question. Second question. All right. Ruby, for your first question, you got the star. You got the star. Inspiration, minimalism, motivation, creating a new reality, emotional clearing, gifts of the heart and soul, belief, peace, pleasure, space cleared, hope, optimism. I'm getting stuck on emotional clearing. And then I'm getting stuck on space cleared and optimism. So I think in regards to your first question, the situation is in a evolution, so to speak. That's a weird way of putting that. I heard changing of the guard. I was like, I don't know what that is in reference of. It feels like the dynamics in the situation changed. Like the roles in the situation changed. What I'm getting from this is that the clearing, like you need to clear the air, you need to just put it all on the line, and you need to put it all on the line and clear the space, clear everything that is in here that isn't being spoken. Clear it all out. Once you've cleared it all out, then you will have a hope to see not a go back to the cycle, but a rebirth of that cycle. So you've got to clean it out. You've got to clean the space. You got to lay it out and go from there. Okay. This one is in regards of your second question. It's the 8 of Cups. And I'm interested, I don't want to ask too many questions because I try not to get personal on public forum, but it's interesting the way that you worded that question. And I don't understand why you worded it that way, but I'm hoping the card will tell me. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, the very first line is the veil has parted. Um, that tells me that what you're asking is there's a yes to that. Leaving behind what is no longer needed, beginning ascent. So this is what I feel from the card. I feel that something is attached to you as far as some of this right here, the ascent. Something in regards to spirituality, certain beliefs being dropped, and certain beliefs being adapted, and certain things being scared of. Scared that something will get brought. Yeah, scared of getting something brought. Um, hmm. So in regards to that question, I feel like there is a change in belief, and that certain things have been tried and don't feel good. They don't feel like you've connected to them. But there is, so weird. I'm getting the desperation word. Like there's a desperation coming through. You've got an interesting energy, Ruby, when it comes to that second question. I want to say there is something being hidden. There is something being hidden. And like it says, the veil has parted. Yeah. Yeah, I would say yes to your question. That's a yes. That's what the cards feel like. Let's see. We'll see if my crystal will talk to me today. Crystals are finicky. They're like fae. Sometimes they'll talk, sometimes they won't. Show me yes. Okay. Show me no. Okay. We're on live TV. Yes. My hair is green. No. Okay. You're going to talk. All right. I want to see. Oh, that one's a hard one. I'm going to just ask, is there someone trying to break it? Is there someone trying to break her marriage? No. No. Is there a change in feelings? Pendulum doesn't know. I asked if someone was trying to break it. It's a no. I said, is there a change in feelings? And there's no answer. And for me, that means that this is a fluid situation, that there are thoughts, there are distractions, but they're not set in stone. So it's a painful reading. It's not a nice one. But they're not set in stone. There are things that can be changed. There are choices that are up to all parties to make at this point, and the universe can't definitively decide what's happening next because of choices that have to be made. So it doesn't feel like that's what he's doing. It doesn't feel like that's what he's doing. Does it feel like there are questions? Yeah, there are questions, but that's why this won't talk to me when I asked. There hasn't been a choice made. There's no choices being made. So you get to influence choices being made. And like I said, I think part of that is putting it all on the line, airing it out, and going from there. That's what I think. So, thank you. I just recently started using this, and she's been a pretty decent little crystal here. And when she doesn't know, she'll let you know. I don't know. It ain't happening. I don't know. Well, Ruby, here's what my best advice would be, is that one, remember that tarot, I say this all the time, tarot is a lantern. If I'm walking in a dark forest, I'm gonna have like a little lantern in front of me, and it's gonna illuminate part of the path enough for me to see in front of me. But I'm still gonna have to rely on my senses because it's not illuminating enough for me to hear and see if there's animals out on the path, right? So tarot's that way. It illuminates enough. It illuminates enough to say, hey, right now for the situation that you're in, there are questions. There are things that haven't been decided yet. It's not over because the cards and the pendulum can't see definitively what your next step is. The only thing that your cards and the pendulum agree upon is that there are things that have to be said, and that you need to clear the space. And when it says clear the space, it is talking about clearing the air, clearing, like, I am scared because of blank. I feel blank. Like those types of things. That's what the cards are indicating to do. But it can't tell you a yes or no because there hasn't been a yes or no. So it's still up to you and him. It is still up to you and him. It's a definite... I feel you're lost. I feel it. I feel the pull to it. I feel the sorrow. My face is getting flushed, and so is my arms. Talk to him. I'm in agreement with the cards. I have said on previous videos, I'm pretty lucky because of the relationship that I have. And when I get asked why, it's because we've never hidden feelings. Like I said, my husband's considered a butt because he talks. He tells me exactly how he feels all the time. And I do the same thing. And that open communication, that open clearing of air, even when it's just something stupid, like, oh my God, so many times, something stupid. I let them know. But it's never been, we don't argue. And I'm a wholehearted believer in the fact that you just got to clear the air sometimes. And the cards are saying the same thing to you. They can't decide for you, though, whether or not it's the end or if it's a beginning of a new cycle. They're choices that you and him have to make right now. So, sorry. I know. The best thing to do is talk. Talk. Talk, 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 talk. And if you can't talk to each other, get a mediator to talk between you two. But talk. If you want it to work. And if he still wants it to work, and that's the thing, is like, choices have to be made, and choices haven't been made yet. Definitive choices haven't been made. I'm so sorry, Ruby. I wish I could help you more. I really do. I really do. I understand pain in a lot of ways, and I wish that I could help you with that. Unfortunately, I'm just going to pull a card real quick. I'm just going to pull a card because the universe tells me to pull you a card real quick. Two of Cups. I asked the universe just now, I was like, I need to know where she ends up. What is to be expected? Greeting your heart's desire, recognition, your other half, a perfect pairing, heart happiness, pleasure, reflection, delight, of coming home, reunion, spiritual marriage, twin flames, soulmates. So the next card that I pull legitimately tell me you're going to have all those things that you want. Now, I cannot tell you if that's with him, though. I can't. I can't tell you whether he is your soulmate. But I'm telling you, your cards say you guys need to talk. That's what it's saying. And then your very next card tells me you're going to have your heart's desire. You're going to have your soulmate. So talk. See if that's what needs to happen. Okay, Ruby? All right. Ruby, I will say this, and I want to say, as far as with twin flames are concerned, there's a thing about a twin flame, and you can love that person, and until it's the end of both of your journeys, you might not be together. You can have multiple soulmates, but you only have one twin flame. And that twin flame, sometimes you can't be with. Just can't. It's not time yet. It's not the proper part of the journey. You get real close to the twin flame and you get burned. But if this is the last part of your journey, if this is it for you and him, then all the obstacles that have been set in front of you, you would take the lessons that you've learned from all the previous journeys, and you apply them to the situation right now. If this is your last journey with your twin flame, then you will end up being together. Okay? All right. Okay. It is 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock, guys. And if I go over an hour, you know what happens. Okay. All right. Here's the deal. I'm going to do this for like another 10 minutes. I'm going to try to get through as many people as I can in the next 10 minutes. And then whoever I don't get to, I'm going to have to get to tomorrow night, okay? Because reading tarot and connecting to you guys really drains my energy. So I get kind of tired. Sorry. But let's see. All right. We have Taylor next week. Taylor next week. Let's go. Taylor, you got the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Ruby, you are welcome. You are welcome. Love and light to you, and all the best of energy. And I mean that, all the best energy, because the matters of the heart are so heavy. It's one of the worst things about being human. Love. All right, Taylor, you got the Three of Pentacles in shadow. A preoccupation with space can turn into obsessive compulsive behavior, the need to control things, people, and create a flow. Taylor, I think you're going to get trapped in a cleaning loop. Like, you're going to want to start. I think it's already been in plans. Have you already decided that next week you were going to like clean up some stuff, you were going to make some space, you were going to listen. So like you were planning on creating a special spot in the house, and you needed to clean out. You needed to move some stuff around in order to do that. It's warning you, you're going to get obsessive about this. Like, you're going to start getting nitpicky, and then you won't achieve the goal. So clear the space and then get it done, then nitpick. Okay? But it definitely says that you planned on cleaning out everything, and we're going to get really obsessive about things. Don't do that. Don't get obsessive about it. You won't achieve your goal. Does that make sense to you? Wow, okay. All right, who's next? Then we have Garrett, Ember, and then Lovely. Garrett, Ember. Well, Taylor, see, your card's new. All right. Garrett. Garrett, you got the High Priestess for next week. High Priestess. All right. Silence, secrets, darkness, evolution of the soul, the blueprint of your personality, talents, and traits, a deep knowledge and third eye vision, activated intuition, lunar cycles, inner knowledge, personal authenticity. I'm getting a deep knowledge and blueprint of your personality. Those are the things that are sticking out for next week. I feel like you're going that deeper knowledge. That's what I'm getting, the deeper knowledge part. There's something that, okay, wherever you work, there is a gut feeling that you've had. That gut feeling, you will find the end of that gut feeling this week. You will either, yeah. I'm leaning on the fact that your gut feeling is right, but you'll know definitively this week whether or not what you've been feeling at work is right. You'll know this week. All right. And then we have Ember. Ember. Oh, my Amber, I love you so much. You keep me in track. Yay. Next week. All right. Next week, you got the Emperor. And if I remember, he's in shadow, but if I remember, he had something to do with control. Let me remember. In shadow, controlling others rather than exerting control over the self, not thinking of how your actions affect other people. You're still dealing with those people. You're still dealing with those people. The one that's got to have it their way. That situation's still going on. Yeah, you're constantly like, I don't know what in the world is happening, but it is just, you got to deal with them. It's an aggravation. So you're going to have another aggravating week with people who think that they have to have it their way. And Lovely, are you still here, Lovely? What would you like to hear? Would you like to hear how your next week is going to go, or would you like to hear the universe's goal for you? What would you like? You know who it is, Ember? Yeah, okay. See, I figured you did, and it's an ongoing irritable situation. Ongoing irritable situation. So, and Lovely, are you still here? We haven't heard from Lovely. If I haven't heard from Lovely yet, then I will pull a card that I hope is the right one for you. By the way, do you see I got these little fake septum piercing things? Trying out a new look. I think it's kind of cute. Oh, sorry, Ember. All right. So for Lovely, I am going to pull a goal. Okay. I'm going to pull your goal. So let's see. Lovely. Lovely, you got the Hangman for your goal. And I remember this one's a pretty, like, I always have trouble remembering these cards. A moment's pause, stillness, a sacrifice is made for the greater good of all involved. The world seen through a new set of eyes, revelations beheld, keep looking. Excitement is afoot. Deep mystical tendencies, contemplations, seeing the situation at hand from an entirely new point of view, cultivating depth at the present moment. I'm picking up a sacrifice is made for the greater good of all involved. And then revelations beheld. So for your goal, Lovely, your goal, get quiet. Lovely, stay quiet and observe. There's certain things that you need to see. Get quiet. Observe. That's your goal. Do some observing of things. Your eyes are about to be open to something, but you've got to get quiet. All right, my loves. We made it. We got through Friday. What? That did, everybody? What? Ow! Okay. So tomorrow, I will see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll pull our weekly card to see like what the universe has to say for us this week, right? Make sure that we know that it's not going to be a rough week again. Oh, know that I love you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow at 7. Be here, 7 p.m. We'll read some more cards. We gotta find out where Chris went. Where is Chris? Where in the world is Chris? Right. Bye, guys. I love you. See you tomorrow. If you go anywhere, wear a mask, wash your hands, stay away from people. See you later.